Hey Vibrantpreneur, welcome back to our Viva Naturally YouTube channel where we post videos related to health, fitness, energy, and vitality to help you boost performance in your personal and professional life. Today we're going to talk about a special topic related to helping you set radical goals. A few videos ago I talked about how to set SMART goals, and today I want to give it a little bit of a twist that I'm sure you will find helpful. So stay until the end. Welcome to the Viva Naturally channel, where we help you to manage your energy and health to boost performance. Before we get started with specific steps to help you set radical goals, I like to talk about the differences between SMART goals and radical goals. So SMART goals are really good for helping you get organized and get started. If you feel like you're all over the place and you don't know where to start with specific things that you want in life, SMART goals will help you get direction and help you stay focused. On the other hand, radical goals are good for those big aspirations, for those crazy dreams that we thought we could never accomplish. And both are good and necessary. We want to have both in our life to give us a good balance of things, to have us organized and also to be able to achieve things that will set us apart, that will help us get to the next level. So here are the 6 ways to help you set radical goals. Number 1, ask yourself, if anything were possible, what would I want? What I mean by this is don't judge your ideas. If you have a crazy radical idea that comes out of nowhere, don't dismiss it just because it seems impossible. Maybe you thought of a new creation that no one else has thought of before. Maybe you think of doing something better and no one has dared to do it yet because they've been afraid of it or they've dismissed it. Don't be that person and let your imagination flow. Capture these ideas and write them down. Number 2, don't go short. So think long term. Think of 20, 30, 40 years from now. How will your life look like if you start to accomplish and go after these radical goals? Think of the legacy that you're going to bring and that you're going to leave for other generations. We're thinking big goals here. For example, the first man that wanted to walk on the moon ever thought, wow, how am I going to make this happen? Being the first man to walk on the moon is a big deal. And guess what? It happened. And now that person is in everybody's textbooks in history. It's probably even somebody's hero these days. And it took that radical goal and that vision and that consistency and that passion to get to where they went. Number 3, give yourself permission. And really, this is probably one of the most challenging things for people who struggle to take the first step into making a vision or a dream a reality. They start to negative talk themselves, they have mindset blocks, they have emotional struggles that not only prevents them from looking forward to accomplishing the goal and helping other people, but also within, it puts them down, and we shouldn't be doing that. So give yourself permission first to take that leap of faith into accomplishing or taking that first step to going towards your goal, because that is going to help you in the long term for sure, and it's going to give other people an example to follow. Number 4, don't worry about knowing how. If you're really setting a radical goal, you don't know all the moving parts, you don't know all the details, and this was really hard for me to accept many years ago, because I was an organized person where I needed to know the details, I needed to know exactly how I was going to make it happen. And with radical goals, it's not always the case. We don't know everything yet. There isn't clarity. There's the reason why they're radical, because maybe no one has thought of them before. Maybe this is the first time and you have that special gift, that special power, that special motivation that will help you get there. And that's why we shouldn't just automatically dismiss the goal or dismiss the idea, because not knowing how to get there will actually could work to your benefit. You can figure things out as you go, and that is what makes it risky or radical. Number 5, untether yourself from the past. Past failures or struggles could often be one of the biggest obstacles for us. And this is something that if we don't work on right now, it's going to keep following us. We have to accept and embrace failure. And I know it's easier said than done while it's happening. But often, a lot of the successful people around the world at one point hit rock bottom. at one point they had a big breakthrough moment in their life, one of their biggest failures that helped them go the opposite way. So that is how we have to be here. We have to embrace failure, learn from our mistakes, get the lessons learned, and move forward to be stronger and to thrive in everything else and every other part in our life. So if we are able to do this, then we can set bigger and better radical goals and not be stuck in the past, but rather look towards the future. And last but not least, plan for the worst. If you still want to be a little bit safe and not be too risky with having radical plans or radical goals, you can still do so by having backup plans. Have a plan B, C, or D, just to give you something secure to fall back on. But just know that plan A is what ultimately will get you there. And that's the reason why you had it in your mind to begin with. That idea that you had, it's for you. So just go out there and get it. And don't be afraid to have radical goals, and combine that with SMART goals, and you'll see how this will help you in your professional and personal life. So I hope you like the 6 simple steps on helping you make radical goals. And now I have a question for you. What's one area where you need to see radical results, or where you can't afford a slow and steady approach? We all have an area that plagues us, where we feel like we're not making any progress. For many, it's their health, career, relationships, or finances. I want to know what your area is. I'll put my area down in the comment section below, and I want to know yours too. Because the more that we share, the more accountability starts to flourish, and the more that we motivate each other. And finally, I want to give you a call to action. I want to give you some homework so you can start to implement these steps. Sit down with pen and paper and start writing down the radical goals that you've had in the past and some that you may have right now. Go through the 6 steps that we talked about in today's video and see how that can give you a bigger picture and a vision into what the next steps are that you need to do to get started. Also, be sure to watch the SMART goals video. I'll put the link to that below, and that's where I talk about how to set SMART goals. Both SMART goals and radical goals are good and necessary, so I invite you to take a look at both and start working on them. So there you have it. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post new videos every Wednesday related to health, wellness, vitality, energy, all to help you boost performance in your personal and professional life. Also, be sure to turn on those notifications so that you get notified every time we post a video. You can also follow us in all of our social media platforms where we constantly put content related to our vitality, health, and wellness pillars. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye!